So you've been in Lucas Oil several times.
A few times,
I have
yes.
too. Concerts, football games, and the like.
But you get one view of, a relatively small area right where you're sitting and then down on the field, but you don't realize all the people that are involved.
It takes 3,000 people just to pull off a football game, I was told. Well, Glenn Bill's going to take us there. He's going to take us to the locker room, the quarterback suite, and on the field at Lucas Oil Stadium now.
Tell me what the week in the life of you getting ready to host a Colts game here at Lucas Oil, what's that look like, and what are some of the things that you have to make sure are in place?
On a game week, a week like this week, we may have many other events in the building. We have 250 or so event days a year. Wow. So right now we're getting prepared for a cheer competition that's happening. Okay. But as the game day approaches, we make sure that the field is groomed, prepared, everything is clean, ready to go. All of our security measures are in place and ready for the highest caliber game we perform. That's the NFL Indianapolis Colts.
As we started our interview, I found myself getting more excited, just like every single fan. Wow, what would it be like to enter the Colts' legendary field?
This is our field. It's a brand new field, actually. It was just installed here in July, and it was the first time that we replaced the field. It's state of the art, able to add in conduit for pylon cams and other things like that make for some nice setup for our television crews that are in here. Over here we've got a product called Armor Deck that we cover the field with. The field is always here.
Yes.
So when we have a concert or we do something that a trade show that might be in the building, we cover the field and protect it, but it's always here. This can take semis. When we had a concert a few months ago, we had over 80 semis on the floor at the same time. Wow. There's some pretty interesting things that can happen.
And the turf stays down.
Turf always stays down.
And then you'll just cover it.
That's right.
How long do turf fields usually last, and how long will this field last?
So they tend to last 8 to 10 years. We had long plans and agreed with the Colts that after 10 years we would replace this field. So don't know exactly how long this one will be here, but it's brand new now. And
anything else we should know about the field that our viewers might be interested in knowing?
Well, you're standing right where the NCAA Final Four court would be, right here in the center, and we actually remove all sorts of seats around here, and there's a whole new set of seats that come in with a raised platform right here at the center for an NCAA basketball game.
As far as musical acts and concerts, how many of those, and who are some of the bigger names that have performed in Lucas Oil?
So there's been about 8 concerts here, standalone concerts, and since I've been here the last 18 months, we had U2 with the roof open. We had Taylor Swift just here in September, and so those were some really impressive ones, and we're always looking for the right fit to try to get in here so that the fans of Indianapolis can get more opportunities to use this really special building.
Action and strategy happen on the field every day, but the real action and most of the strategy happens here in the Indianapolis Colts locker room. Boy, the first thing I noticed are all the banners of all the accomplishments of our great Indianapolis Colts. Boy, there's nothing like seeing the 2006 World Champion banner hanging there.
One thing you'll notice is that there's no items in the lockers. That's because the Colts are out at their training center through most of the week, and then on Saturday they'll bring in all their materials. This will look like home, names, everything. We can add additional lockers down the middle for preseason before the squad size is cut down, and it has all the bells and whistles in these lockers.
All the beer comes from these massive coolers. Tell me how many coolers there are that get all of our beer cold for the Colts game.
Yeah, we have 6 or so of these rooms that have tubing that goes all the way up to all of our concession stands. So every draft beer that you have throughout the building comes from one of these here at event level.
Fantastic, the holy grail of Lucas Oil right here. Let's get up to that quarterback club.
Let's do it.
Okay. On the way from the locker room to the quarterback suite, we visited the 2-scale Lucas Oil model. Notice that terrific open north window. Want a bunch of little Lego men and start playing in this, right?
Yeah.
How cool is that? For the greatest high-end experience at Lucas Oil, you need to visit the quarterback suite.
So the nice thing about this is everything's included in this space, and it also gives you the opportunity to mingle with your friends, whether you're seated directly next to them or not. So you can come back here, you can sit down during halftime, meet up with friends you haven't seen for a long time, enjoy a beverage and some food, and then go back out and watch the game.
This view is spectacular. Tell me a little bit about the Bud Light Party Zone and what happens there on game day.
Yeah, the Bud Light Party Zone is a fan favorite. It's a great place to mingle. You're standing on the platform in front of the window overlooking the city, concession stands, other merchandise available there. It's a great place to hang out and watch the game, especially between quarters.
And then before the games, do you have like live music? Like Dude, I think, was here last week.
Yeah, you know, we have Lucas Oil Plaza, which is the level below the Bud Light Party Zone.
Sure.
There's a horseshoe-shaped stage there, and we do have bands pregame.
All right, I love it. Well, gosh, I'm feeling so excited. I think I need to go get some gear for the big game. At this point, the only way we could top off our tour of Lucas Oil Stadium is to visit the Indianapolis Colts Pro Shop.
We've been named the #1 fan experience by Stadium Journey magazine for, I think, 6 out of the last 8 years or something like that, including last year. So,
what an impressive entry into the Colts Pro Shop. There's nothing like getting the quintessential classic Colts hat. So Eric, thank you so much for the grand tour. It's so great to be a part of the #1 facility in the NFL, the #1 fan experience in the NFL, and the #1 person that makes it all happen. So thank you so much for your time.
thank you for having me.
Very good. Well, this is Glenn Bill for Boomer TV.